So let's walk through the day in the life of someone who decided not to use money, and in contrast to the so the what's it called, socialist, revolutionary concept of like a society cashless without money, like everything going cashless, right? Like um, if you don't work, you don't eat, and from everything according to their ability to everyone according to their need, right? Let's say that they're not the same thing, because if I walk through a day in the life and they're trying to model themselves after this uh, conundrum where you find yourself having smoke over something issues, right? Related to, and it's like stress. It's like you being stressed. So since you being stressed and you decide not to use money, let's walk through the day in the life, right? Uh, you go to the outreach mission, and you have your water jug and, I don't know, a wooden food bowl. And let's say you walk up there in your sandals, right? And you fill your water up. They give you loaves of bread, so you're walking around with loaves of bread, right? Um, and they give you some like apples and oranges or something. Then, so that's your routine every day. As go get your water and your food refilled, and then you uh, go take a bird bath at the gas station, and then go chill in your, wherever you spend the day or whatever, right? Then it gets dark, you go to sleep. You don't use money, so you're sleeping in outside, like you have to buy a tent with money, so you don't have a tent, so you just use whatever available shelters there are. And right, you don't do drugs because that costs money, right? You don't like it's difficult to do it, but health benefits and everything coming through, like, except for the fact that you only eat like roughage, and you would have to hunt something. But let's say like that's illegal. You can't just go out and set snare traps like like some mountain person or anything. Like, we have laws, and that's animal abuse and whatnot. Licensed professionals have to kill your food and clean it, and it has to be up to some standard or something like that. But then they charge money for doing that. So you can't. So your diet is like like maybe once a year you can hit a fish on the top of the head with a rock or something. You made some cordage, and you caught a fish with like a thorn from a freaking clipping from how you can clip the branch, and the fish will, like, it won't hook the thorn, but it will like not be able to spit out the branch. So you use this like free way to catch fish, but you would rarely ever eat meat. And so I can't say that that's completely good for you. You'd be gaunt. You need fatty fish. But so you need fatty, you need carbohydrates. If you don't get like fat from like sardines or something, then that's what the carbohydrates are for. But let's just say like that wouldn't be too enjoyable. I don't know how you feel about not eating meat like that. Sure, every now and then someone gives you something, but usually people give people a big bag of like pretzels or something. Like, I've seen people hand off food all the time, and it's peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. It's like top ramen. It's like they keep getting the same food. Like in so many ways, it's just starch and sodium. Like have these like honey roasted freaking almonds, and the skin in almonds is like the same thing as glucose. It's glucose. Like it does the same thing as glucose. Uh, like it. And then okay, so in some bad weather or something like that, somebody sees you, remembers you, recognizes you, right? And they're like, oh, that's so and so. And remembers that you don't do anything weird. You don't, do drugs. You don't pay for hookers. You don't do anything with money. They're like a straight cat, normal, approachable, and standing in a doorway at 2 a.m. and in a freaking rainstorm, and it's like 30 degrees. Okay. So they tell you, you could stay with me or something, and that doesn't cost money, so you go ahead and go along with it. And so they're just like, you sleep over here, you don't have to chip in. You don't have to chip in or anything. We just ask that, like maybe some chore or something, like do some chores. And then, yeah, so, I mean, they don't feed you. Let's say that you still go to the mission and bring your water, but every now and then they give you, like, like things that are not refuge. And after a while, they're like, let's say everything goes perfect and you're considerate and everything and rules and everything. They're going to look at you and be like, well, we see you here every day, and you're not a guest anymore, so we're going to ask you to contribute a little, something, because it's almost like it's almost like you're taking advantage, like because we provide the roof, and it's like the inclement weather and everything. Yeah, I mean, I just don't want to feel like I'm getting, people don't want to feel like they're getting taken advantage of. And so it's like it would start to pressure you to reconsider your decision to not use money, right? And let's say you're like, okay, so then you just leave, because let's say your choice is to not use money. So you're like, okay, well, then I guess I know, it's like I know that I would have to use money if I stay here. So then, okay, so you leave. There's, I mean, it's just putting the choice back into the person that's using money, whether or not they should feel bad or just accept it, right? But the people that left, okay, they take their sandals up and they grab their water bottle and their bread bowl, and they kept it moving. And then they ran into a group of other people that didn't use money. And what they would look like after a long time, right, is you can find things. You don't have to buy everything you have. You can acquire and find things, right? You still need to take showers and baths, because I mean, you still need to use bird bath technology or something. You could take those paper towels from the gas station, and I'm sure somebody paid for those. The revolutionary communist idea of why they would prefer not to use money has nothing to do with the difficulty that from making the choice that you could make now. Then they want to make it for everybody else. So if it's the difference is you want to make everybody else not use money versus you deciding not to use money and then following a day in the life with your Red Bull and your sandals. What type of interactions that you still have with people that are making that choice, it still has to pivot back around to whether or not you want to hang out. That's like but the thing is, wasn't looking for somebody to hang out when I'm driving around and I seen you in the doorway, right? I have to imagine suffering, which is your choice, you accepted and everything. I wasn't looking to kick it or hang out or anything like that. So it's almost like you got hooked in, but it's not like you got hooked in because you understand someone who's decided or made up their mind that they want to use money. So how do you feel any kind of way? Like, why is that, all right.